In the brightly lit studio in Los Angeles, the audience eagerly awaited the start of another talk show episode. The show's host, Alex Brooks, was known for his sharp wit and provocative questions. He was famous for cornering his guests and creating unexpected moments that left viewers astonished. But tonight, he was about to experience something far beyond what he had anticipated. Alex kicked off the show in his usual upbeat tone. "Tonight, we have a special guest," he said, his voice tinged with playful curiosity. "Someone you would never expect to see on this stage." The audience exchanged glances, whispers of speculation filling the air. Then, from the side entrance, a figure emerged, Melania Trump. She walked in with her characteristic poise, dressed in an elegant white suit. For a moment, there was silence in the room. Then, scattered applause broke out. Some members of the audience were visibly stunned, while others were excited by the surprise appearance. Even Alex, a seasoned host, momentarily lost his composure before quickly recovering. Melania took her seat and offered a graceful smile. "Thank you for having me, Alex," she said, her voice soft yet firm. Alex turned to her, his questions already prepared. "Melania, how has life been after your years in the White House?" he asked, his tone laced with subtle sarcasm. "Peaceful," she replied. "I focus on my family and helping children." Alex tapped his pen against the desk lightly. "Interesting, but many criticize your silence. They believe a first lady should have spoken out more. How do you respond to that?" Melania tilted her head slightly, her gaze never wavering from Alex's. "I believe actions speak louder than words. It is easy to talk, it is harder to do. I focus on what I can achieve." A hush fell over the room. Alex knew he needed to break the tension. "But your husband made many controversial statements. You remained silent. Does that mean you supported him?" His voice had sharpened. Melania's expression did not change. "Division has always existed," she said calmly. "Blaming one person is easy, but it does not solve the issue. I focus on unity, not division." The audience murmured. Alex felt the growing tension. He needed to take a bolder step. "What about your marriage?" he asked, lowering his voice, making it sound even more provocative. "There is so much speculation. Are you truly happy?" The room fell into complete silence. The audience held their breath, waiting for Melania's response. Melania's smile never faltered. "Regret is for those who do not take responsibility for their decisions," she said. "I know who I married, I know the life I chose, and I stand by it. Not because it is easy, but because it is mine." The studio erupted in applause. Some members of the audience even rose to their feet. For a brief moment, Alex's usual confident demeanor wavered. This was not going as he had planned. Melania Trump had taken control of the conversation in a way no one had anticipated. Alex quickly regained his composure and smiled. "That is certainly an interesting perspective," he said. "But surely you must admit that silence can be seen as complicity." Melania tilted her head slightly. "And words without action can be seen as hypocrisy," she countered, her voice steady as steel. The audience erupted once again. Alex paused, adjusting his tie, before finally responding. "Well, I suppose everyone will have their own interpretation." After the show ended, everyone backstage buzzed about Melania's performance. Producers excitedly exclaimed, "This episode is going viral." Alex approached Melania, nodding slightly. "I have to admit, I did not expect that reaction," he said with a small smile. Melania looked at him politely. "I do not play games, Alex. I speak the truth. And sometimes, that is enough." The next day, Melania Trump's interview dominated social media. People debated her composure and intellect. Some praised her masterful responses, while others still demanded more clarity. But one thing was undeniable. No one had expected her to hold her ground so powerfully. That night became a historic moment in television history.